conversation
God!
road. I mean, I got you. I just got just moved.
No,
Make sure I'm
God,
back home,
please,
you feel me?
no, no,
That's the one. That's the
No Clarence.
Goodness.
I love asparagus. Green beans. I make green beans. I make green
you
beans,
lost me.
asparagus.
I don't really rock with green beans.
I make Brussels sprouts.
Zucchini.
Oh, I hate zucchini.
Hey, no, but you
Zucchini
haven't
tastes
had
like
it right. See,
dog
childish.
poop.
No,
No matter
childish
what kind.
palate.
It tastes disgusting.
You got to grow up.
That's tragic. What about the
Zucchini goes crazy. Eggplant? Pause, but that shit go crazy too.
Eggplant go hard. Pause.
I have returned.
And then
have you had eggplant, Jalen?
Eggplant is gross. It ruined
you
the
have
lasagna
a child
for me.
palate. It sounds
no, it ruined the lasagna for me. My uncle made lasagna one time, and he didn't tell me it was a hamburger. He didn't tell me it was eggplant. So I'm eating. I was like, why does this taste? I was like, this tastes like it turned.
He didn't season it. Oh no,
I was like,
you
this tastes like it turned.
You gotta give it a baptism.
No, it was eggplant lasagna. So he definitely seasoned it. Like it's in place of the meat, he used eggplant.
And you didn't like it?
Oh, that shit tastes. I thought the meat turned. I was like, Uncle Joe, why you put this?
Expectations.
I was like, because I thought it was a hamburger. So ever since, I'm like, eggplant tastes disgusting. I've tried it numerous times.
I've had eggplant like parm, and it goes crazy.
But you
have to know how to manipulate the vegetables. Though.
I think if I knew it was eggplant, I would have never thought it was gross.
Yeah,
I think I would have just been like,
"Oh, eat veggies with no." I'm sorry, I season everything, so you got to sprinkle. You know what I mean?
I'm a seasoned family. It's just disgusting. Eggplant's
really?
gross. Eggplant tastes disgusting. I've tried it numerous times too.
Yeah,
because I like the way it looks. It looks appetizing, and then I eat it. And it's like ugh.
Slap a little kale.
Kale.
Slap a little.
I like kale dried. Kale dried, like chips.
Baby spinach. I love baby
spinach.
Spinach.
You gotta massage the kale. A lot of people don't be massaging the kale. You gotta soak the kale and then literally massage it like Shorty was with that damn mac and cheese the other day. You gotta massage the kale so it's not rough.
Veggies is the only thing you should be touching with your hands, and even then, it's like you need to have gloves on.
Exactly. You gotta massage the kale, man. Folk be really.
What?
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
I think you
I'm
should
not
use
gonna
a different word.
Yuck your yum, but.
I feel like when you say massage in food, it just sounds so gross.
It doesn't sound right.
Look, you soak it for a little bit and then you just take it and just squeeze it, just go through, squeeze it.
But what does that do? I don't get it.
The texture is is not as rough. It tastes a lot better. Like
it softens it.
Yeah, it softens
it. Softens it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like it makes it taste good. I like it.
Massage just that sounded mad sensual.
Maybe it'd be so funny. Well, that's what it's saying. All like the kale salad recipes. Massage the kale. Yes. It'd be so funny because I be telling my mama, she be like, I tried to make your salad time. It didn't come out the same way. I said, did you massage the kale? She said, ain't nobody trying to massage the kale.
She's just trying to wash it and throw it in the bowl.
I said, Ma, you will let collard greens sit for hours and you'll rip the stems off and all that stuff. You can't massage no kale.
Hey,
I ain't massage no kale.
That's fair.
I ain't gonna do that.
That's fair.
It just sounds like a lot of work.
Jalen, so you said your favorite vegetable is broccoli?
Yeah, I love broccoli. I've come to the consensus. I think it's my favorite vegetable.
You know that's a man-made vegetable, right?
Yeah, I just found this out that it's not real. It's not a real vegetable. You don't grow broccoli.
Broccoli goes crazy. I'm gonna put it in my.
Well, you can grow broccoli now, but it was like a cross. It was on some crossbreed type shit, right?
It was like cauliflower and something else.
Yeah, shout out to cauliflower.
I think it was cauliflower and spinach.
I rock with cauliflower.
That would probably make sense because of the green.
Yeah. Cauliflower.
Yeah, crossbreeding. Not just for
dogs.
Cauliflower
though. Cauliflower. Ugh.
Cauliflower is amazing. How do you not like? How do you like broccoli and not cauliflower?
I don't think you're doing the veggies right.
Cauliflower. I like. It's not
cauliflower. You can even throw some sauce,
like
make it buffalo style. You can go crazy.
Cauliflower is the one vegetable that I exaggerate when I say ugh. But cauliflower is the one vegetable that's like the most blandest, like nothing flavored vegetable. Like nobody be like, oh, that tastes like cauliflower. Nothing tastes like cauliflower.
Because vegetables, if we're being honest, if we're keeping it a buck, vegetables don't have a flavor.
They don't.
You have to really
but like you know, it's something tastes like broccoli, and you know, it's something tastes like green beans.
No, it depends on what you put in it. Depends on what you cook with it.
It depends how you cook them and what you putting in it.
Yes, very much so. That's the best part about the vegetables. It'd be like, oh, what am I?
You could really like, you know what I mean?
Like, I still feel like
put it with soy sauce or type
I still feel like there's still a taste to broccoli. There's still a taste to like spinach. Like cauliflower just got no taste to it.
Who is this nigga? Who is
I don't
this
know.
nigga, Khadijah?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know
That's
what's
off,
going
bro.
on.
That's off, bro. Something's
How?
wrong.
I'm
Something's
so
wrong.
confused. I'm just like, it's just
This
like
is
such a
crazy.
bland vegetable. You
This
don't
is
think
so
vegetables have
crazy,
flavors?
man.
I mean,
Vegetables have textures, but then they got the flavor based on what you season and cook it
that
with.
is such a good way of like breaking it down.
Broccoli got a taste.
No, it doesn't.
Green beans got a
You're
taste.
tasting the seasoning and the shit you're adding to it.
No, I'm not talking about that. Like I've eaten raw broccoli and I've eaten raw green beans, and they don't taste the same.
Coming to a podcast session soon. We're gonna try.
Man, let's get this show started, man. I'm not finna get into this.
Yo, it
Let's
is
go.
your girl. What's up, y'all? It's your girl K to the C. You are tuned into the No Clearance podcast. I'm joined here by my two lovely black kings.
Hey.
We got the light skin assassin, as always, do-ragged up. We also
I wear the
for the
do-rag
culture
today because I feel like a nigga.
Okay. Well,
God, that's what's going on. I feel like a nigga today.
You don't want to protect your hair,
right?
It's not a
you didn't want waves.
Hair
No swim.
Well, yeah, I mean, I want the waves, but you know, that takes time. You know, a lot of brushing. But you know,
and then also let's not take shine away. And then also joined here by Ty, the creator.
Hey, it can't take my shine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Brother.
Oh my goodness!
Look at what you did. You see, Jalen?
God bless the black man.
Look what you did.
God bless the black man.
Oh
you feel me?
God!
We out here
every time.
we out here.
Okay, before we get into this episode.
Yeah, go ahead, Casey.
Before we get into this episode, I always want to shout out the No Clearance apparel. Please buy hats, sweaters, shirts, whatever is available. And if you are so fortunate to be on the exclusive list,
that newsletter,
that means you're getting shit for the low. We like shit for the low. Even though we're No Clearance,
low.
You know, I cannot. It's not cocoa, but you know, it's something. I also wanted to say happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Thanksgiving passed.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Turn up. And if you do not enjoy I think people call it the pagan holiday or the pagan.
I don't know.
One?
But if you're thankful for us, we'll be very thankful if you leave a 5-star review.
Not everybody loves Thanksgiving is what I'm trying to insinuate. It's not you know. There's a mixture of some shit in there.
A lot of these holidays, I don't know. A lot of people don't like the origin, but you got to appreciate what it's become. Like a time to just like eat food with your fam.
Yeah, the meaning
out.
behind Thanksgiving is way different than the
You
origin.
ain't got to buy no gifts for nobody. We just come together, eat some food, watch some football, man. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the meaning
cool.
of it's way better. Like, it's just like a time to be thankful for your family.
That's lit. How was y'all Thanksgiving? What did y'all do?
It was cool. Had Thanksgiving with my in-laws.
Do y'all alternate who goes where for what holidays, Tyler?
Nah. I mean, because shout out to my brother-in-law. They live in Florida, so everything is kind of centered around them since they the furthest. So if they come up, we going to my in-laws, and if they stay in Florida, we'll either go to Florida or, you know, depending on what that account looking like, we either go to Florida or we stay and, you know, have the holidays with my family. So, you know, shout out to my brother-in-law, man, down there. He really doing his thing down in Florida. Yeah, so everything's kind of around there. And he got the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and the kid. Oh, yeah. That's a bundle.
Yeah, two. He has two
kids, and then his partner as well.
Yes, his wife. Yeah. Shout
That's
out to
4.
them,
That's 4 tickets. You know. I
Yeah.
mean, I like to think financially. You know what I mean? That's a lot of that's 2 Happy Meals and 2 regular combos.
Oh, big shout out to my mama. She made a rum cake. She made a chocolate rum cake, a sweet potato pie, and cookies, and the fried chicken, and
She
brought
did
the
all
mac and
that?
cheese to the
Your oven
Thanksgiving
never
dinner.
shut off.
No, for real.
That house
Your
was
oven was
warm.
off for damn near 2
Hey,
days.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
people sleep on the shit the oven can do to a house.
Mm.
It can make that bitch stuffy than a mug.
Oh,
So she
my
was
God,
back to
sweating
back with
bullets.
that.
If anybody, I say this every year,
Yeah,
but if
you need to
anybody
turn the
looking
heat
for
on.
a rum cake, make sure you follow Baby Doll Sweet Treats on Instagram. Rum cakes going for
Chocolate rum
45
cake.
this
That
year.
sounds
The price
interesting.
went up. Price went up on you niggas. It was 35 last year.
Yeah,
You missed
because
out.
milk is about $10, right?
Inflation. But no, you ain't gonna regret these rum cakes my mama
Them
be
rum
making.
cakes
This
is
Jones.
fire.
And then what's the size?
Crazy.
What are we talking about?
I'm your witness.
What's the 45? You know what I mean? We talking about
Uh,
personal, medium, small, large. I mean,
the rum cake is one size fits all. You know what I'm saying? But you literally low key, whatever you want her to make, she'll do it. If it's
low
a
key
bake-
though, so don't be hot about it. You know,
yeah, don't
not
be
too
hot
much.
about it. Like she got some bomb oatmeal, butterscotch cookies. She make all types of cookies. But yeah, she is just a beast with it. She a beast with it.
Rum cakes is fire. Let me
Rum
tell
cake
you.
too fire.
I'm gonna be
Personally,
so
I
for
had
real.
one,
I would
and
love
I
to
loved it.
dabble, but I just think it's very weird when people send food through the mail.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I feel
when
like
you
pastries
look,
is
when
okay.
you whenever you come to the DMV, yeah, we gonna have a rum cake for you.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
a
just-
pastry is okay to send in the mail.
Oh what?
A pastry, like pastries, like baked goods. I feel like
No.
that's something you can send through the mail.
I put it this
Nah.
way,
Put it
yeah.
in a
If
good
you in the
box.
DMV, if you in the DMV, get you
Yeah.
a rum cake from.
Yeah,
get
I
you
just
a baby
think
doll
you don't
sweet
think
treat.
that's weird, Jalen, when people send
Baked
food
goods
through
is the only thing. Baked
Cookies.
goods. Only good. Yeah, cookies.
Honestly,
like, yeah,
just
baked
cookies.
goods. Cookies, maybe
Yeah.
brownies. Like you
Yeah.
could do
Shout out
some type of
to
certain cakes, like a
Oh no.
like a
Yeah.
pound cake. You could send like certain like those type of things. Like
shout out
something
to
that's, like,
Alicia. She was on the podcast a couple months ago, but she what's it called? Mona Alicia Bakes. She be mailing cookies out. Them cookies too fire too.
Them cookies look
Them
good.
cookies
too.
is it bless my soul.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Go on the Instagram.
Hey.
Go on her Instagram.
That
page. Them
Instagram
cookies.
will make you
Them
All
want it.
right, maybe she'll make me a believer.
Hey,
Them cookies.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I feel like those are the only type of baked goods you can send in the mail.
Yeah,
Not like
I'm just
an actual frosted cake. It can't be frosted.
Yeah,
valid.
no,
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 that's
that's
valid.
crazy.
That's
Like
valid.
more like
I mean-
bready type things because you can send bread through the mail.
You can
certain
send bread
breads.
through the
I
mail.
don't want.
I just
like
think it's
stuff like that.
weird.
It's a little crazy.
It has to be like it has
It's a
to
little
be
too
like
much.
it has to be like 3 to 5. Well, if you could send brownies, it's the same thing.
I'm
It's
stick
all
with
like
the
bread
cookies.
type.
Just for me
Just stick with the
personally, I only
cookies.
want cookies to the mail.
Oh.
Yeah, and even that is kind of like it's a little bit of a reach.
Cookies is good. Cookies.
All
the
right,
best.
y'all, because y'all know I'm childish as hell, and I'm.
Yeah, Khadijah, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
Oh, my Thanksgiving was smooth. It was cool. I went to my homegirl's house.
Shout out to
Her
homegirl.
mom,
Oh, that's
her
dope.
mom is a Yankee as well, so she's a Northerner, so she gets it. So we bonded over that.
Big fire.
It was like soul food. Now I think people don't understand like Thanksgiving is not like all the same food. Like as a Puerto Rican, yeah, we got the turkey there to be like, we're gonna give the white folks a little something, but there's like penne, there's a lot of rice. It's just very
at the black people's.
no. I'm saying that this is at the Spanish Thanksgiving.
Oh,
now
yeah,
I went to
y'all
the
always got
black
rice and
Thanksgiving,
beans.
and it was collard greens, baked mac and cheese. She made pecan pie. I mean,
Lord.
chocolate chip cookies. Like it was
Hey,
just
man. Love my
the
people.
sweet candied
the yams, the can with the marshmallows in
man.
it. She put the
Hey.
marshmallows
like
in it.
yams.
She didn't put the marshmallows, but I'm glad because I was diabetic just off of the yams. Like God forbid,
Yeah.
there
wish
was
I
some
liked yams
marshmallows
so
on it.
much.
Yam.
I
What
wish I
else did
liked
she?
yams.
Oh, she made ham. Like she went in. I had dressing for the first time. I never
Mm,
had dressing.
like stuffing. Isn't dressing just stuffing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
You never-
ethnic-fied.
I'm gonna be
You
honest
never
with
had
you.
stuffing before.
I never
I never had
don't like
stuffing. My mom, I've heard my mom's stuffing is like out of this world. Never had it.
I refuse to
I
eat
was
stuff.
gonna say, I was like,
It's the texture stuff now. She was just telling me to put stuff on my plate, so I'm not. I'm not a fool.
Yeah.
And the texture I thought was gonna throw me off, and I was like, oh, this is actually busting. This is crazy good. Cornbread. I mean, golly, it was just beautiful.
They had cornbread.
Yeah, cornbread. Oh, God. Did you have some? Was it moist?
I don't like that word, but it was delectable.
Hey, bro, ain't nothing like some moist cornbread.
Nothing like some
and
moist
then we're just gonna say it over and over.
Tyler, we had
Friendsgiving last year, and shout out to Jatoy. She made the most moist cornbread.
Okay, all right.
Come to find out, it wasn't cooked all the way
It
through.
wasn't even cooked, but that joke was like, I said, who made the cornbread?
Me and Tyler was fucking it up.
Who made the cornbread?
Shit ain't even fucking baked all the way.
She was like, really? I'm not sure if it cooked all the way through.
It don't
and
even matter, Shorty.
We was nah. We was like, nah, I did it, but it's still good. Me and Tyler was fucking it up.
Tear that cornbread up, man.
Okay.
It was like,
goodness.
Moist.
Alrighty.
And we was drunk. We was so drunk, bro.
Why do you y'all like that word a lot? Used it fucking 15 times.
Ooh, that likes with something that's moist. Boy.
Oh God,
what's like wrong dirty. With that word? Why is
it's just dirty.
It's not like I'm like moist. Like when?
Alrighty, it's like in my ear.
Nobody wants to have moist sex.
Oh my God. Okay.
Has anybody ever made a song called Moist?
I don't know, and I wouldn't listen to
a song called Moist.
Oof. That's just weird.
Moist.
That's a word I feel like I can touch and like feel. It's just not right. You can feel it. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Maybe I'm childish, but it's just weird.
It's a very descriptive word.
Who was the first nigga in the coochie was like, this is just, how do I describe this?
Janet Jackson got a song called Moist.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she do.
Oh, brother. And I just don't even want to know what shit she's talking about on that song.
Shout out to Janet, man.
There's a bunch of groups called Moist.
Oh, and we're done.
Jay, how was your Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving, Jay?
It was an okay Thanksgiving. It was a very, very, very low-key Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Hey,
did you cook anything?
I really feel like we sleep on those. Those are bangers as well.
It was okay.
I had a revelation the other day. I was like,
Jada made some fire mac and cheese. She has finally perfected her recipe.
Really?
Like recipe was good before. It's even better, Tyler. This is the best mac. Her father passed her on the torch. That's how good that mac and cheese was. I'm gonna tell you right now, that mac and cheese changed my life. Mac and cheese changed my life, but I fucked up. Tyler. I fucked up.
What do you mean fucked up?
I gave up. So Jada made 2 batches. Right, one batch was like a little crispy, right?
Yeah.
So we was like, oh, and that was the one that we were just gonna have at the house for ourselves, right?
But
like we but we fucked it up. So I didn't
How'd you
know
fuck it
this. Well, we did Jada. Well, it burnt. It got a little crispy up top, so that's why we were like, oh shit. So we fucked it up a little bit. It was a little crispy, but I was like, oh, my uncle loves crispy mac and cheese. This mac and cheese didn't taste like the mac and cheese that we had for Thanksgiving. It tastes a little different because it got burnt a little bit. So it didn't taste the same. My uncle was so mad. He's like, this mac and cheese was not good. What are you talking about? You hyped it up.
See, but this is my thing. This is why I don't brag on my mac. Like I can't.
Well,
you just
it was
like,
me bragging on it because the batch that she made for Thanksgiving, the good batch, was amazing. So I was like,
you got to kind of chill. You like, yeah, it was cool.
The other batch first.
Even though that shit is out of this world. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
I tasted the other batch first. I didn't even tell Jada that yet. Good thing she don't listen.
Shit.
I ain't gonna tell her that.
Podcast,
she don't listen to the podcast. Watch this be the one.
Yeah, it is gonna be the one. I'm like, hey Jada, you should tune in.
I said to my uncle,
listen.
You know what? I said to my uncle, you know what? Go downstairs, try the other batch. He was like, okay, I'll let you know. He went down.
And what did he say about the other batch?
He was like, oh shit, okay, actually is. But
damn. See what I'm saying? But you gotta watch like 20 minutes. When you put shit in the oven, a slight burn will set that shit all the way off.
And we did it in the cast iron, so I think the cast iron might took some of the. No, that's the one that got fucked up.
But yeah, when you're doing the cast iron in the oven, that should get a little. You gotta.
Which y'all bake the other one in the
regular tin pan. Yeah. So I think the cast
the regular
iron,
tin pan go crazy.
I think
because you ain't gotta wash that dish.
Some of the nutrients from
that's a fact.
This,
throw that in the trash. Yeah, you can't recycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't recycle those.
I want a cast iron, but I feel like it's a lot of.
Hey, you got to get.
It's a responsibility though.
Yeah,
you got to clean it differently, but you got to get.
You got to like treat it, salt and oil.
Salt. Yeah. You use salt to clean the pan off, salt and hot water, and then you just take some oil, rub the oil around it, bam.
Yeah, just throw it back in the oven.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want a good cast iron though.
I feel like all cast irons is good because.
Have you had an apartment warming yet?
Cast iron.
Me?
Yeah,
I did. I had the niggified version.
Damn, you should put. I was about to say put cast iron on your registry.
Tyler, you didn't. She didn't send you the registry yet.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, back then we was still you wasn't as cool.
You were just
a guest back then. You was just
you was just a guest.
It was before you was even a regular.
I'm just a guest.
Look at the elevation though.
Whenever you I look into some cast irons, man. Somebody.
I got one. I just went to Target and got one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they solid.
And they heavy as shit. No, I want to get one because there's a lot of recipes I have that I would require.
Got one.
Ooh, I fuck with her, even though she a little. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
She a little touch and go, but I actually want to get her cookbook. Her cookbook looks. Really
I have a Smollett family cookbook. Like Justin
Journey
and Journey.
I already knew the last name.
You should have started with Journey.
I ain't gonna lie, that food slapped though, because their oldest brother's a chef.
I didn't know that. Like a professional chef.
Yeah,
just mad at them.
Yeah, they got this Alfredo recipe. Crazy, they go crazy.
That family is big as the Waynes.
Yeah, no, for real. I don't think it's talked about it.
Yeah, but it's because Journey is the most famous. And
Journey deserved that though. She deserved that.
Journey's
she be
most
playing
famous,
some roles,
but she famous.
What movie was that? Temptations?
Or
Temptations?
Great Debaters.
No, the Temptations.
I think it's Temptation.
Oh, you talking about the Tyler Perry movie?
Yeah,
that movie.
That shit. I was like, she out here acting her ass off.
Yeah.
She acted her ass up, but that movie was fucked up.
It's so fucked up.
Why is the dude? All the dude did was get thrown through the window, and Journey Smollett gets AIDS. Why is that equal? She gets AIDS because she cheated on her husband.
Don't cheat because the nigga got AIDS. Who you fucking
That nigga was crazy. All he did.
That's what I took away from the story.
He didn't go
you
to
know
jail.
how many of my life lessons I've gotten from Tyler Perry movies?
Yeah, he.
I ain't mess with white women because of daddy's little girls. Hey, I say ain't no way I'm getting caught up.
Hey, you know what? I don't think we give enough respect to Tyler Perry. Like he's really been the foundation of black cinema.
Daddy's Little Girls is low key as a real classic.
Hey,
that nigga had a movie with Idris Elba. That nigga had a movie with Idris Elba, bro.
The ones I love is you could tell that he cared about the movies back then.
Medea's Family Reunion.
What do you mean he cared about the movies? What do you mean?
Now they look cheap as hell. Back then they was great quality. Now all these movies look bad cheap.
I don't know. I say all the shows look real cheap. The shows be cheap.
The shows look cheaper than
oh
the
my
movies.
god, the shows are
the
giving
shows
Tyler Perry's
cheap.
plays.
But I like
even though it's at his
Netflix
nice ass
movie.
studio, they all look like they filmed at the backyard of his house.
And it's crazy because these are the same places that fucking Marvel be recording and doing shit.
Exactly.
So it's like, hey Tyler, what's the disconnect, babe?
The Netflix movie was good. The Jazzman's Blues, that was solid. That was quality. That was solid.
And that was that was his shit.
From what I understand, yes, it was solid.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him that one.
I went and watched a couple frames of the movie to see the quality because me and Ty got a big debate about this. Let the audience know.
Yeah, we did.
I was saying the movie looked cheap. You know what?
But Jalen did not watch the movie.
I said I refused to listen to a nigga who didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, he watched the
trailer. But the trailer is the best representation of the movie. If the trailer doesn't look good, are you going to see the movie? If the trailer looks cheap, are you going to see that movie?
Okay, but when you're watching
off what I heard from other people. I didn't.
My thing is when you watch. This is a good conversation. When you watch a trailer, you're not watching for the cheapness. You're watching for the storyline. Is the storyline good?
Yeah, I'm looking for the story.
Yeah. Am I pulled into the plot enough to tune into the whole shit?
Anytime
That's
I
what-
see a movie about a black woman
would
faking a
just
white
watch
woman,
the
I'd be
movie just
like,
because I like
interesting.
the story to the movie is is not the first thing, but it's something. It's a factor, but it's not the major factor. Like you don't look at the quality of the movie.
I look at the story. The storyline.
No, I'm
has to
looking at
be
the
interesting.
storyline.
I've seen
That's it?
some. I've
You don't
seen
look at
some
the
low
quality?
quality. I've seen low quality movies that are amazing.
Oh,
because
I don't
I'm
watch
talking
low-quality
about
movies.
low fucking budget, but the storyline is so goddamn strong. I'm trying to think of one that's
I
like
hate a low budget.
a low
movie that don't
budget,
look-
but the storyline was strong.
It depends how it looks because a movie could still be low budget and still look good to me. Like it still could be like not look low
So
budget.
give me an example of a low budget looking movie.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood was low budget, but it didn't look low budget. You know what I'm saying? It was low budget, but it didn't look low budget.
It was giving
looked
white
like a
fridge.
movie.
Yeah, I don't. It was giving white fridge.
Yeah, but just because it's in the hood doesn't mean it's a low budget movie.
It was a low budget movie. But it was
I think it was a low budget movie, not because it was in the hood though.
No, but it was a low budget movie, but it didn't look low budget. That's what I'm saying. Like you could make a movie, you could have a low budget on your movie and still make it look like it's not low budget. People do it all the time.
Okay, what's another one?
Let me look up. I'm gonna go on Google, look up some low budget movies, and then
see this motherfucker.
I can't think of any. You could just tell by how it looks.
Scream.
Hey,
look like a low budget movie.
For sure looks like a low.
I think
Scream is a good movie though. It's just funny as hell, you know.
The original
Scream,
it was low budget because it was an experiment.
I think Scary Movie, you can see the growth, the progression with Scary Movie.
Oh, Scary Movie, those movies are low.
Like the progression was like the first one is like you could tell they was like, let's see how this shit does. And then the second and the third one, they were like better as far as
like, for
the look.
Scream was low budget, like to like industry, like the Hollywood standards. It cost $15 million. That's low budget for like industry wide. Like anything under like 15 is like considered low budget.
Oh, you know what? I think this is a good time to announce, at least to the listeners. Jay. Oh, we will be releasing a movie review podcast. In the soon coming months. Only we will be dropping it first on our No Clearance Patreon, which is soon to come. Our No Clearance Patreon will be $5 a month. For those who are interested, you will get all early releases of our movie review podcast, as well as early releases of Technically Athletic whenever I decide to edit that and drop that.
Get it together.
But it will be coming in the early 2023. So be on the lookout. Yeah, Patreon coming soon. Look, it's $5 a month. That's one
early,
Starbucks.
You can go on Patreon and get it too.
$5 a month is one Starbucks coffee.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You see Khadijah sipping that right now. That's one Starbucks. You feel me? That's all we asking. That's all we asking. You feel me? So be on the lookout.
You get an extra cup of coffee a month,
and you'll get a lot more of this conversation on the movie review.
If we ever have a podcast that is so bad and we got to edit it all out, we'll put it on the Patreon.
Here's the thing about the movie review. We will be discussing movies that. Jay thinks I have bad taste.
No, I don't think you have.
Not bad. I don't have. My palate is not.
He has.
What's the term?
A limited palate.
I have a very limited palate. I only watch like real black movies. I only watch.
You're not versatile.
He
watches
the few black white movies I watch is Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I don't do too many of them. I don't do too many of them. Shooter.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one, no. Okay, stop listing movies. You watch the popular movies.
Snowpiercer.
You're not into the like the nitty gritty of movies.
So Jay and Jay gonna get me hip now. We are starting with a black movie, but I ain't even really seen it low key. We're gonna be starting with Jackie Brown. Shout out to Pam Grier. Shout out to Samuel L. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start with that one. And we're gonna get it popping.
I've been trying to get on the mic, Tyler. Jalen.
I think it's the perfect movie to start with because it's a good mix of like the prestige movie and a black movie.
Fair.
It's directed by Quentin Tarantino.
I ain't know my nigga from Like Mike was on that joint. I ain't know the coach was on that. But we gonna get into that in the Patreon.
I cannot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, good movie.
Y'all
I think
tune in for that.
it's gonna be great because we're gonna be watching movies we both like. Like
And movies that I've never seen.
And a movie you ever seen, and a movie probably I've seen that you like.
Yeah.
You gotta stump me one of these days.
I'll try, but it's probably won't be possible. It probably won't. I don't know.
But to get back on the topic, Scary Movie actually cost more than the original Scream.
Really?
Yeah, Scary Movie was 19 million, and then Scream was 15 mil. And then Scary Movie 2 got the bag, and the second movie was 45 mil.
Hey, come on.
That's how you
That
do
Scream
it.
was such a good movie.
Yeah, that's a classic. I think the original one was low budget, I believe.
Yeah, it looked low budget.
How we get? I don't even know.
I don't know. But I'm gonna bring us back. I wanted us to think about things we're thankful for, but not the sentimental shit. I'm just
don't tell people. Just
okay. Yeah. Just, what do you think?
Stop. I'm stopping you.
I feel like Jalen's been trying to stop me and you, and we're just like, fuck it. No. Anyway.
No, we're just gonna talk about things we was thankful for this Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes. All right. He's editing all this shit out. What is something that you are thankful for?
Man, I'm thankful for the turkey neck in the collard greens. God bless the turkey neck, just soaking
the
in
flavor.
Damn collard greens. Just now the collard greens taste like turkey. My goodness. God bless the turkey neck.
All right, Jalen.
I'm thankful to not have breadcrumbs on mac and cheese every year. I don't know
how people do that.
Oh,
it is
my
the
God.
craziest thing I've seen in my life. I am so happy that I never have to experience that every year. Thank God to my beautiful future wife's great mac and cheese. If I ever see breadcrumbs on mac and cheese, I never touch it. I throw it away. Looking like Boston Market.
Damn shame. Khadijah?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm grateful for I'm grateful for not having come in contact with any casseroles. That's how you know your Thanksgiving is really for the culture and gonna do right.
Whoever invented casserole was probably poor.
I mean, I'm cool. I don't need green bean casserole. I don't need carrot casserole. I don't need no kind of casserole type shit. And I realized people say it's casserole. It just means that it was in the oven for a little bit.
Honestly, casserole is literally just took whatever's left in your fridge and just put it in a dish and call it a casserole. It's always disgusting.
I mean, a green bean casserole, like, put that shit in the trash.
Yeah, I had leftover green beans and some sausages and then put some random shit in there. Just blah, blah, blah.
That shit doesn't sound. That shit don't go together. You know what I mean? It's like citrus and dairy. You don't.
Casserole sounds like fancy throw up. Like, I just had to go
fancy.
casserole.
I want to thank my mama for teaming up with me and beating my in-laws in spades, baby. We 2-0, baby. They said it couldn't be done, but we went to the spot and we had to whoop them. They was talking bad trash. They was like, "Oh, y'all ain't gonna come over here and get the dub." Me and my mama was like, "I don't know what they talk about. We blessed by the Lord." You know what I'm saying?
Oh God. Anointed, some might say.
You know what I'm saying? We had the game plan going, then they tried to distract the boy. They said, "Hey, why don't you get 6 books? Why don't you do 7?" I said, "Nah, we doing 5. I'm sticking with the plan." You feel me? Duh.
Since we're on spades, do you and your mother teach people how to play? Or are you those black folks that kind of
No, we teach people. We teach people.
Okay.
The funny thing is, we just learned.
I'm somebody that I would love to
don't know how to play
learn how to play.
I can teach. We really like 2 years into this. Me and my mama really only 2 years in.
Hey, y'all kind of dominating
the game. Y'all only in your sophomore season.
And then my oldest, my oldest brother taught me about 4 years ago. And then my mama, she be watching Senior Citizens. So this one old lady just been whooping her ass in spades for months. But she just been. She putting in the reps.
Tolerance.
She was putting in the reps. You know what I'm saying?
Putting the reps. She was training all year for this.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we had to get the dub. You know what I'm saying?
Your
My
mom like
in-laws,
Rocky.
they burning the
Rocky Four.
cars. They said we burning these cars. This is the second time we lost to them.
Hey, it might be the deck. At some point, you gotta cleanse the deck because it might be the deck.
Your mom was like Rocky and Rocky 4.
Know what I'm saying?
Working in the mountains and shit, playing spades.
I can't. I hate Jalen.
It's the eye of the tiger.
Oh man.
Oh God! Shout out to Spades.
Oh man.
All right, what else are you thankful
in all
for, Jalen?
seriousness, I'm thankful for that. To get serious, I'm thankful for y'all.
Oh,
Y'all make my day every week. I look forward to Tuesdays every week to talk to y'all and shoot the shit, just to be set to better. Not the, love y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.
You do well with feelings. This is awkward.
I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna just fuck everything you said up.
Please.
You know what? I'm thankful for my wife's booty. I just want to thank the Lord.
Oh my God!
for-
Oh God! I don't want to hear about this.
I just like to lay my head on it sometimes.
No, cut it
I just
out.
like to hug it. You know what I'm saying? I don't got.
We're all grown.
I don't got to do that crazy.
Hey, this motherfucker ain't never used sound before.
I don't got to do. Thank the Lord.
We be cueing this nigga to use certain sound bites,
My
but he don't be.
Sometimes I just like to lay. Sometimes I just like to lie outside and just touch it. You know what I'm saying? This is just a blessing of my life.
Oh,
Blessed
Jalen
indeed.
don't ever use that sound bar,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
now he got fever.
That thing give me energy. That thing give me. I got you. I just got just a mood.
No, God, please, no, no, no.
That's the way. That's the Oh God! Oh my God! My
I just
ears
had to
hurt.
ruin. I had to ruin everything, Jalen.
Woo! Oh wow!
I just started pushing every sound effect we have.
Oh God, that was beautiful. That was comical. Something I'm thankful for is I'm thankful for fuck niggas. I'm thankful for them.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Lord,
You need them.
Jesus.
You need fuck boys, and I say
Speak on
that to
this.
say I'm gonna get on the mic on this one. You need fuck boys because every time I felt like I am like I need a little pick me up, a fuck boy's there. You know what I mean? They're like there for that.
How does
I also-
the fuck boy pick you up?
They fulfill a need.
Disgusting.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, never mind. I had a
Fuck boys are inconsistent, yes, but when they are there, it fills a void at that moment. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting.
I guess so.
And it helps
I
you
don't
to remember your goals, and you're like, "Hey, what's the mission?"
Not your goals.
It helps you. What did Tyler say? Helps you find your fucking purpose, bitch.
Yes.
You thinking
Yes.
small, bitch. You need to be thinking big.
Not
Think
your
big, bitch.
purpose.
What
Yeah.
happened? What happened in your life that made you come to this conclusion? I would
No,
love to know.
I just am an explorer of the world. And so I am a processor and I process things at different times. Like for some reason, something embarrassing could happen to me 5 years ago and it'll still be fresh in my mind.
That's hilarious.
Do you know what I mean?
Funny.
Like
Yes.
I literally replay embarrassing moments in my head or moments where I'm like, damn, bitch, you was thinking small. You know what I mean? And so and so I think about that and I'm like, fuck boys are actually necessary for the
I
ecosystem.
think it's small.
They are necessary. Because after every fuck boy, you have that revolutionary period where you're like, know what, bitch? I'm gonna get my mind right. I'm gonna color my hair. I'm gonna cut my hair. Hey, bitch, remember you wanted to go to grad school? I'm gonna apply to grad school. You know what I mean? Every woman has to have that heartbreak to get them to that point where it's like, nah, we about to elevate. We about to change the game. That's why men hate it when they're like, oh, we broke up and all of a sudden she elevated and shit because you were holding her back. And so we need that kind of
I don't think it's that.
I think it is that.
The whole. I think. I thought the way you explained it. Not to say that you explained that way. The way you explained it sounds like you gotta you see how shit you're like seeing this shitty situation. Like, why I'm in this situation? Like, why I put myself in this situation? I don't feel like it's a hold you back thing. I think it's just like you said, a realization. Like,
but you don't realize niggas is holding you back until after The fact.
Interesting. Because the way it sounded like it was like they're holding you back. It sounds like you put yourself in a situation and
It could
then
be.
you
You know what?
realize,
I would
I
say
don't
it could
like
be
this
both.
situation. I could be better than this. Like, because I don't like the thing of thinking that like you're chained to this person. This person ain't holding you back. This person
That's
just an
valid.
experience you had, you know.
To say you let a nigga hold you back just
Yeah, it's
sounds
kind of
so
like, don't
crazy.
say that, girl. No, but no man hold you
But
back.
I see what
Okay.
you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
Oh no, I get what you're saying. I just want to let you know
I
that
totally understand. There's some things I still
maybe I
do out
just
of
don't like
spite
the
for
thought of
somebody I
somebody
ain't
holding you
seen in
back,
a long
Khadijah.
time.
What'd you say, Jalen?
I said maybe I just don't like the thought of someone holding you back, Khadijah.
And it's not just me. I speak
She's
for
speaking
multiple.
for the women.
Yeah,
I
she's
speak.
speaking for
You know, the
ladies.
spirit speaks through me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't. When I don't. Maybe the term "holding back" is not the right verbiage. But basically, like you're not reaching your maximum potential. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Like you're not
like a
tapping
wake-up call.
in. Yes,
it's like a wake-up call. It's like, damn. It's like, you know, when you do something and you're like, damn, why'd I do that? I'm better than this.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I feel like fuckboys give you that wake-up call. Like, hey, bitch, do you really want to be with a nigga who ain't got a bed frame? You know what I mean? Do you want to be with a nigga whose bed is touching the floor? You want to be with a nigga who ain't got no, like, only got one sheets in rotation? Now, I'm saying it's just, these are stories from my homegirl, so no judgment.
That's tough.
But you know what I mean?
One sheet's
just
tough.
saying.
Yeah, and it don't even gotta be a fuckboy that you was like mess with. It just needs to be a fuckboy in general that reminds you can do better.
Yeah.
But shout out to the fuckboys.
And there's fuck girls out there too. I'm not, one-sided. There's bitches out there who are fuck bitches, But I just think,
it's those women that just, remind you to stick with your lady.
Hey, right? Kind of reminds you the grass ain't always fucking green.
That happens.
Boy, it sometimes be like, you know what? Bitch, stay my ass right here, my nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay my ass. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh God. Yeah, that's what those are good things to be thankful for. Jalen, I don't want to leave you hanging. I appreciate and I care about the both of y'all as well. Thank you. I'm just not into the,
I was gonna be honest, I couldn't think of another funny thing, so I was like, fuck it.
Figured, because you're not one to go to like, I would expect that from Tyler. Like, hey, I love you guys. You know what I mean?
I could only think of one funny thing, so I was like, oh God.
Yeah, no, I had time today. All righty, let's get into it. Talking about movies. I don't know how we spoke about movies and didn't speak about this, but there are a lot of movies that have trilogies, and some of the trilogies, it could have been one and done. But I think two movies that I can solidly stand by and be like, I fuck with those trilogies would have to be Bad Boys and Rush Hour. I personally think they're both.
What are you asking us? What are you asking us?
Which is the better trilogy? Now, when I say better, I understand that I'm on here with somebody that's like really into cinema. So when I say better, I mean like holistically. Like we're not saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So
not money wise, not just not Rotten Tomatoes. Like,
so which trilogy was better,
preference.
Rush Hour or Bad Boys? Which trilogy was better, Rush Hour or Bad Boys?
I gotta go with. I
don't know.
Rush Hour.
This is a tough question.
Now I need to hear your why. Why do you think Rush Hour was better?
Thank you. If we're talking trilogy, I think as a full 3 movies, all 3 Rush Hours was super solid.
Mm.
I think the Rush Hour 2 was just super funny when, especially and first of all, Jackie Chan was like, this nigga is China. Like this nigga is like the biggest actor come from China, my nigga. Like, what are we talking? This nigga does all the stunts.
This Jackie Chan was that nigga in China.
He was that nigga. He does all the stunts. He did all the stunts himself.
Yeah.
Unlike in Bad Boy 3 when Will Smith used that CGI to catch up with a nigga. That shit was wild. Okay. No, damn well.
Wait, what?
What?
I ain't see that. You don't remember that part?
Is this confirmed? Because sometimes Tyler like to throw shit out.
Which
Bad Boys 3, this nigga Will Smith jumped on a roof, was chasing nigga down, jumped off him. Come on, bro.
I couldn't. Bad Boys 3, they got a little too modern.
Rush Hour 3 had some of the funniest like little edits when they was like, "Who, me? No, I ain't me. You. No, you talking to you. I'm talking to him."
Hey, okay, I'll give you that. Their edits were really good.
You know
that was the best. Yeah, that was the best. That was the best.
You know, I think I think Rush Hour was more universal.
Okay.
Bad Boy.
Yeah, everyone likes Rush Hour. Everybody,
especially the war. Like if you the song "War" is synonymous with Rush Hour.
Watch out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What song is synonymous? Oh, with Bad Boys. Yeah. I guess that's synonymous with Bad Boys.
Well, and you got the little Asian girl when she was in the car.
Yes.
That was like a whole TikTok.
Oh, she's singing
shit.
Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm. That was that went viral. Like, and this is like decades later.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I will say, I pick. This is a tough one. I like both franchises. I prefer to watch Rush Hour, but I like Bad Boys. I like what Bad Boys did for the culture.
Ooh, yeah. Get on the mic.
Like Bad Boys, like me and Tyler have been fighting for years about who Mike Lowry is. We've been fighting about this since I met him.
Can we settle this?
Like I always say I'm Mike Lowry. He always say he Mike Lowry.
Can we settle this?
No, we're not gonna settle this because we both gonna.
What do you mean? Who's Mike?
Want to be Mike Lowry? So let us.
And that's not. I'm so blessed. I'm so glad that we're having a be fucking for real moment because who thinks who is who?
I think I'm Mike Lowry, and he thinks he's Mike Lowry. So
there's confusion there, babes.
We both think each other's Martin. That's what I'm saying. So nobody wants.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not hurting nobody.
We're not gonna settle this. We're not gonna settle this because we both want to be Mike Lowry. Just let us both be Mike Lowry. We Mike Lowry to ourselves. But that's the point.
You know what?
Bad Boys. Bad Boys in general.
You know what, Jay? My bad. I'm gonna take this stance and I'll say I'm Martin Lawrence, and I only say that because
I don't want
because I got.
Don't try to be noble about it.
I don't know. I say that because you know what I'm saying. Martin was married in that joke with the beautiful
mommy.
Two kids.
Make that a soundbite. Like
I'll take the house. I'll take the house with the crib. I'll take the house with the crib. You go ahead and get the condo with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and be the
I don't want it. I don't want it. See, this is. I hate you, Tyler.
He doesn't like you.
No, I hate him. I hate him. You know why I hate him? Because he does this all the time.
Which is was Irish coffee.
He always does this. He's like, "Oh, I would take the higher road." You know what? I don't want to be Mike Lowry anymore. This is what he did. He wants me to not want to be Mike Lowry, so I can make him Mike Lowry. He's fucking. I know you like a book, bro. Anyways, to get back to my point, Bad Boys in general. Bad Boys in general was just like the coolest black movie ever, in my opinion.
All right, the first
one,
the
coolest black movie of all time.
Which one are we talking about?
I'm talking about Bad Boys in general, like what Bad Boys did,
whole franchise,
like, the whole franchise in itself.
Okay,
there is no way on this earth you're gonna tell me Bad Boy 3 was also
Bad Boys 3 is better than Rush Hour 3.
Lies.
Rush Hour 3. Made no
Jackie
sense.
Chan's fighting. Jackie Chan.
Yeah, you know what? But I'm gonna be honest with you. When I think about Rush Hour, I think about 1 and 2. I can't. 3 is kind of a blur.
When they was in France, when they was in Paris.
Yeah, movie wise, Bad Boys 3 was way better than Rush Hour 3.
No, think about it. Rush Hour 3.
Yeah, Rush Hour 3 was not better than Bad Boys 3. Not even movie wise.
Come on.
Like,
What is it good for?
like
Absolutely
I'll give you
nothing.
this. Rush Hour 3 was funny. I'm not saying Rush Hour 3 was
Yeah, we're not
terrible.
taking anything
I think
away
that's-
from
I
But
think
it.
Rush
that's the
Hour
hard
3
part
was
for me.
I think in my opinion Rush Hour 2 is the funniest. Rush Hour 2 is the funniest one.
Mhm.
I agree.
And Rush Hour 3 was just like Rush Hour 2 put such a high standard that Rush Hour 3 couldn't be good.
I don't know, man. I
It was
loved all
Rush-
three of them.
Bad Boys 2, I like Bad Boys 1 better than Bad Boys 2.
I feel like it should have ended with Bad Boys 2.
Yeah,
now,
it
Bad
shoulda-
Boys
I-
3 got some cool moments because they some old niggas and they do some old
Yeah.
nigga shit. But maybe it's just me.
I do agree
I feel
that
like
Bad
just-
Boys.
I
see-
think Bad Boys 3, I feel like comedy wise, I feel like sometimes we get lost in the day and age. You got to think about when these movies came out, they were a sign of the times almost.
Yeah.
So I think like we can't. Rush Hour was released at a different time in which Bad Boys 3 was released, if I'm not mistaken.
and to be honest with you,
So the shit like, and you also got to think like,
Yeah,
shit
Rush
that,
Hour 3 came out like 10 years before Bad Boys.
but
yeah.
Martin
So Rush Hour
Lawrence-
3, they could have
Bad Boys 3.
Bad Boys 3 wasn't, you got to think like the comedy is not comedying. Like people are very, it's very,
Yeah.
political. You can't, you know what I mean?
but
So I
Martin
think
Lawrence
that's
wasn't the
why it may
same.
not have been what it could have been.
Yeah, Bad
Because
Boys
they were
3
trying
came
to,
out
you
in
know.
2020. If
Martin-
Bad Boys 3 came out back when, because Rush Hour 3 came out 2007, Bad Boys 3 came out in 2020. So like,
Mhm.
That's true, but Martin
different
Lawrence, you can't
times.
tell me Martin Lawrence was funny in that movie.
Martin Lawrence wasn't funny. Hasn't been funny
I don't
for,
think he
like,
was
10
supposed
years.
to be funny, to be honest.
No, he's
But he
not.
was the
no,
comic relief in the
the
other
character,
ones. No, you're right.
character he plays, he's real serious, but it's just funny how upset he is all the time.
Well,
And
yeah.
in this one, Martin Lawrence was just like,
He's too calm.
God
He's real
damn.
calm.
like he's,
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what. Well, it's trying to show that his therapy's
Mike,
working.
this nigga
He's-
hanging. This nigga hanging, hanging from some
Well,
fire. Mike,
Martin
help me,
Lawrence
Mike.
ain't been that funny in
Doesn't
over
get me.
10 years.
Yeah,
Last
it's been a
thing
hot
he did
minute.
was funny was
His stand-ups
was
decent.
Johnson was it? Which movie was it? The family reunion one when he get beat up by Monique. That was his last-
Roscoe's
Yes.
family
Roscoe's
reunion.
yeah, that was his
Mhm.
last funny movie. Other than that, like Wild
Damn.
Hogs, that was terrible.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah,
oh.
Yeah, that was bad. He ain't done nothing funny. So like this is like the first time we seen Martin Lawrence since.
Oh, that's valid.
But same with Chris Tucker back when Rush Hour 3 came out. We ain't seen him
That
in anything
nigga
else until
killed
Rush-
it though.
He did great, yeah, because Chris Tucker's still funny. I feel like Chris Tucker's still like touring as a comedian. I don't think Martin Lawrence he's doing it randomly.
Nah,
just be
Martin,
chilling.
he kind of living off of Martin low key.
He living
High
off-
key.
Yeah,
They did a
shit
Martin
is-
reunion. They did a Martin reunion
Yeah.
on BET and all that stuff.
But
It was
he-
fly.
he-
It
yeah,
was
that
fly.
shit
He's
is
definitely living off Bad
for-
Boys.
forever. Because you got to think he had Martin and he got Bad Boys. That nigga's cool.
Yeah.
He ain't
And
really got, you know what I mean?
Big
He's
Mama's
cool.
House, that was a trilogy.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Big
They had 3 of
Mama's
those.
house.
Those movies
Yeah.
got worse and worse every movie.
That was like, oh, we just needed one, babe.
Yeah.
We did not need
Big
three.
Mama's
second
House
one-
2 was
second one was
garbage.
straight.
Mm,
I like
no.
the second.
It was
The second one
palatable.
it was
It was
You know what? That's a good
it's
word.
fine.
That's a good
palatable.
word.
it was fine.
It was
It
palatable.
was like I didn't need it. It was stupid.
yeah, I was
It was
cool
dumb.
without it. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
Then the third one just like what the fuck?
Yeah, like it was
What
overdone.
the fuck? What the fuck?
Damn. I think now that we say all this, I think I would have to pick. I would pick Rush Hour, but that's because the time it was released, the comedy was a little raunchier. Like we can
Mhm.
get away with more.
But let's see when
Versus
the,
Bad Boys, I feel like that when it first came out, it was like, okay, cool, we're getting somewhere. But as we're getting, comedy started to change, and so I
Bad
think we
Boys
saw
came
that
out-
in Bad Boys.
but Bad Boys came out before Rush Hour. Bad Boys came out in 95.
She
Rush
talking
Hour
about
No,
came out in
the last-
98.
I'm talking about the last joint.
Oh, the last
I
one.
truly believe
Like,
as a
But we
complete
can't judge it off
trilogy.
the last movies.
We
'Cause
asked
it-
about
Well, I
the
think the
trilogy,
first.
though.
I think.
Yeah,
okay, so
Oh,
no,
that's all
looking
3
at.
movies combined.
Yeah,
I think
as a
all
complete
three-
trilogy,
I
Rush
think
Hour way more
looking-
consistent.
I think looking at all three, I think Rush Hour gave us the same energy in each one, if not better in each one. Bad Boys, I feel like I wouldn't want to take the whole trilogy. I'd be like, okay, give me the first one because the first one was, in my
Yeah.
opinion, the best one out of.
one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
But
first
I'm
one
also
was the
saying
best.
like it couldn't have been what the first one was because comedy began to change and got real political and people got
Yeah.
sensitive.
Yeah,
So-
if we're gonna compare them by the third movie wise, yeah, I say
I think Rush Hour was more consistent, but
Yeah.
I think about the timeline when it was released. They, I think comedy wise, they got away with more.
I still think Bad Boys 3 was better than Rush Hour 3, just as a movie. But like franchise wise, Rush Hour is more entertaining. Like more entertaining when
like
you don't
Bad
want to
Boys comes on when I don't got cable no more, but
Bad Boys
that's some
like
shit you put on just for background music.
Yeah,
fuck
Bad Boys
Comcast, they not getting no more of my money.
Switched it up to Hulu. Bad Boys, I feel like that's like your dad's favorite movie. That's your movie that you're gonna watch.
Look at Tyler. Look at Tyler. Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. Don't break it now. Don't break your mic now. Yo, Tyler's mic weighs a solid 10 pounds. That mic is heavy as hell. I picked that mic up. I thought I picked up a brick. That shit's heavy.
Oh gosh.
But
Tyler's mic?
Yeah, Tyler's mic's mad heavy.
Oh, I don't got time for that. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Okay, before I switch it up, and before we start talking music, because I think we got some projects and some things that we wanted to talk about. Every time I think about Thanksgiving, I think about Black Friday. And as the years have gone on, Black Friday has really dwindled. It's like wow factor. I feel like when I was a kid, like I remember my aunts and my uncles and my cousins being like, oh yeah, we to Best Buy, like, like waiting in line and shit like that. Now I want a preference by saying like, I have never been somebody that's like, I'm gonna be outside waiting for shit. Never. Nah, I'm not doing it for sneakers. I'm not doing it for a game system. I'm not doing that shit at all. I've always found that to be very like anxiety inducing. So I'm not surprised that like as time has gone on, less and less people are like into Black Friday as far as like going to the stores and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just online shopping. Like that's what killed it. Like people just Black Friday is like it's multiple days now because of online shopping. They can make these deals start on Monday now and then go all the way till the next Monday for Cyber Monday. It's all the same thing. Like it's just like they don't care about Black Friday because no one goes to the stores, goes and shops in stores anymore.
I think a lot of people, at least when I would go with my mom's like Black Friday stuff, it was mostly to get like technology type stuff, big TVs, microwaves, and it's like we've kind of gotten to that point in technology where like we really ain't doing nothing different, or we not doing nothing like so outstanding where it's like if this is on sale, I'm gonna get it now, except the PS5. But it's like there really is no point anymore to really stand in line for this stuff because it's like low key the products nothing's been invented really that's like, oh shit, different. If this is on discount, I need to go get in line to buy.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been the same things. I don't think it's even an advancement in technology. I just think it's just like the deals are all online now. Like people like it's like because people used to always go to get TVs, get a new TV, or get it if they broke their TV. Like, I'll just wait till Black Friday, or like it's a gift, or they get
that's
their Christmas
a valid
present.
thing.
So like I just think it's just like I don't think it dwindled down. I just think people going out to the stores has dwindled down in general. So like they're not gonna wait outside if the deal is also on Monday. They don't have to. It's not a 1-day sale anymore. That's why.
I'm also very curious on how this would have worked if there was no pandemic.
That's also a factor. That
a lot of everybody
down.
Pretty much moved to like a serious online business. Like they had to have it, like that thing had to be running in order for you to make profit. So it's like we already got this foundation. There's no point of us trying to go back to the old way. But I think if it wasn't for the pandemic, you kind of get a good mix of both. And plus, people was dying. People was dying on Black Friday. People was getting trampled over and shit. I think a lot of people
I'm anxiety inducing.
People
right?
were fighting and like
that's just too. Over fucking like stuff you can buy. Like I just don't believe that is ever that serious.
Like fighting over shit and
like I remember my sister used to go to Black Friday for my nephews to get them game systems or whatever. And I remember she'd be like, "Yeah, I had to pee in a cup type shit. I had to keep." Such and such had to keep my spot and I had to piss in the cup near the car. And I'm like, jeez, pissing outside for something that like now I know I could buy online or I could do store pickup. Fuck that.
But
I'm gonna
back
place
then,
the
you
order
couldn't,
and
man.
do store pickup.
They didn't
Back-
have that back then, so that's the only
Yeah,
reason like they had to
that's-
do that.
Yeah, the
Ugh.
customer service has improved as well to
Yeah.
prevent the long lines like it used to be.
Yeah, I'm not a patient
But like
motherfucker,
I-
so I
like
don't
I
got time
said,
to do all
man,
that.
Back then, a PlayStation or PS2 was like, yo, that shit was huge.
Yeah.
And I also feel like maybe y'all can correct me. I also feel like it was rare. Like there wasn't a lot of them.
No,
I
there
don't
was.
know.
There was I feel like people were buying less back then because of online shopping again. Like people were buying it less.
Okay. So maybe the demand wasn't. You think
Yeah.
the demand wasn't high?
Well, at least in the black community, at least for my parents.
I was gonna say I
always
felt like a lot of
assumed-
people always waited out. It was game
Yeah,
systems
they
and some
waited
type
for the
of TV.
sales. My parents
Yeah.
always
Oh, yeah, you always
assumed it
wait
was
for the
gonna come
sales,
out
yeah.
expensive.
Oh, maybe
So
that's
they'll
what it was. The
always wait a
sales.
year.
Yeah, you always wait
Yeah.
for it was cheaper. That's why everyone would do it on Black Friday because that's one of the sales was super rare. You know?
But that's
Yeah,
the
that's-
thing now. Even with like the game systems, like even
Yeah.
on sale, they're expensive. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
you used to be
Yeah.
able to get a PS2 after a year for like $150.
Well, that's
That's
the
not
but that's
happening
the thing. It was cheaper. The system's price gone up.
Yeah, they got more
'Cause, like-
GPUs in it, and then the
Yeah.
price of
When the PS2
graphics
first,
cards and chips
Yeah,
done gone up,
all
so
that stuff
everything
went
is
up.
just crazy. So it's like even
'Cause-
if it's on sale, I'm not finna buy it.
I think when the
It is what
PS2
it is.
came out, it was $250.
Yeah, and that was
And
a
then-
lot.
And then when the when the Xbox 360 came out, that shit was $350. It went up like $100 every system.
But it's like I also do think like, all right, now I haven't played the PS5. I haven't played none of that stuff. But like, what's the big difference?
Oh
I'm
my
sure
God.
it look crazy. I'm sure it look crazy. But no,
I think it has to.
Not to me, but you got to explain that to a parent. You got to
Oh,
explain
okay.
that
I
to
was
a
gonna
parent.
say.
What's the big difference between me?
That's valid
Mine,
because
yeah,
I feel
okay.
like parents are like, oh well, it's the same
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because
Like,
that makes sense.
You
That
gotta
makes
see
sense.
the jump from PlayStation to PS2. You could put that in the commercial and be like, "This shit looks real. This shit
Yeah.
looks ridiculous." It's hard. It's hard to say that for these,
Because it already looks
college
real.
now.
How much more real can it look?
Yeah,
It just
exactly.
moved.
Unless you want the motherfuckers jumping out at you, I can
But-
give you a VR.
Honestly, to be honest, and they do it. It looks realer and realer every time. It really do be looking realer and realer every time.
No,
I don't
I'm
know how they
sure.
do it.
I'm sure.
I don't-
It's
But,
just like to a parent.
now I get what you're saying. I thought you were saying like as yourself. I was like, how?
No, I mean,
but
I
as a
want it.
parent, it's like, oh yeah, what the fuck?
Just
I
a-
just got
yeah,
you one
just-
just because it's a new number, and it's like, but that's the
A
same
new
thing
number.
when people be like, oh, like that's the people don't. I guess they don't realize how much technology advances. It started advancing faster. Because back then, technology would take like years to advance. Now it just started to take like months.
But
for
the
some
faster
shit.
it advances, in my
The
opinion,
less
I
you
think
notice it.
The fact, yeah, exactly. The faster it advances, the less you really see the differences.
Yeah.
So, and I think the less people really gonna be willing to like go out and spend the money on it. Like
Yeah.
it's got to be whatever.
It's the same thing with the fucking iPhones.
Oh, I was
I'm
just
not
about to say that.
upgrading my shit.
But
This
that's
is
the
it.
thing.
That motherfucker better fly next time
But
I
that's
upgrade
the
my
thing
shit.
though.
Because it's
so, like,
giving the same motherfucking shit. I'm good. The
No,
camera.
that
And I'm telling you right now,
that little
hey.
camera shit is crazy. That
Yeah.
don't move with you.
The tracking.
The camera moving with you is wild. Like when
Yeah.
you actually see it. You know what I'm saying?
and
Like,
I guess
Well, that's
my
the
frustration would be why it took so fucking long. We on iPhone what? 15?
Apple said, "Hey, we got this in the bag. We ain't gonna put this out till 5
Well,
years later."
They be milking shit though, Jalen.
That's my
you
biggest.
can't lie.
That's my biggest thing though. Cause people be say that all the time, but I'm like, if you're not like really into like inside the phone is different every time. I believe, right?
Yeah.
The software
the software, but like people don't see the software.
No, I'm
They
just
see
gonna
the
wait for the
hardware.
update. I get it.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
people don't see that, so people be like, "Oh, what's the point again? 13 to 14."
Mm-hmm.
There's not really that big of a difference, just the software. But like you can see the difference like every 4 or 5.
Mhm.
Like iPhone 10 and iPhone 14 completely
That
different phone.
okay, I get what you mean. Vastly different.
So
Yeah, I can
but
do
like
that.
every year you don't notice the difference. I get in this debate with my boy all the time. He's like, it's the same shit, it's the same shit. I'm like, I get it, nigga. Like,
So what basically what
obviously-
you're saying is very subtle difference.
Yeah.
But there's a difference.
Exactly. There's a difference.
They
like,
subtly increment. So when you get to like Jay said, when you get to a number 5 or 6,
Mm-hmm.
then it's like, yo.
Exactly. Because like
really
even the way the
Got it.
phones
Okay.
look, people be like, oh, the same, it looks exactly the same as last year. But like and if you think about like how much more different can they make the phone look? But even the Samsungs look the same.
Because you got to think they can't compromise the shit that done.
Shape wise, like I don't
yeah.
know what people asking for, you know?
Well, most of the upgrades
a
is
circle
like,
phone, that shit would be hard.
Yeah, actually, how you gonna get that in your pocket?
Triangle phone?
How you gonna fit that in your pocket though?
Hey, what show was that? iCarly where they had them pairs and shit shape?
That would work though. That would work.
That's hot.
It can't be a triangle or a
snowman.
friggin' circle, because how you gonna get that in your pocket?
We'll figure it out.
You ever try
We're
to put
adaptable
a CD in a pocket?
Hey, can you imagine being on a triangle though?
Pocket? A triangle that how you gonna
that
hold
shit's
that?
hard.
But that shit like
what?
that should be like you be doing it. You look like a got a big ass earring.
Hey, that'll be what. All I'm saying is Apple start putting this shit out. I'm gonna need us.
Maybe that's what they need to do. They need to start changing the shape of the phone so people could be like, oh, this one's completely different.
Well, they could make it. They could make.
Samsung be doing that. They be doing that.
Samsung probably patent the fold shit, right? The close shit.
Yeah, they patent.
Yeah,
ain't no way.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
But I don't think Apple would ever do that.
Yeah,
I just don't know how I feel about that. Your screen will be very fragile, no?
One of my bosses has that.
No, they got a real sturdy, like
it's
the
like
screen
real,
is very,
like
very,
like
very
I played
tough.
with his phone, like I was
it's
like,
very
how
tough.
the hell you do? And it was like,
that
shit don't even like crease after a while. I don't know.
And the fact that it adjusts back, like the fact that you got it flip.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
When you make it flat, the screen just comes together. Like that's some.
I feel like Apple probably thought of that, but like was just like,
but never pursued it.
Samsung. They always come up with everything first. I've been reading up on this for a minute. Like Samsung always be getting the patents and all that shit first, and then Apple like always do something that's like a little different.
Yeah,
you know,
just enough to not get sued. Love to see it.
Apple actually, they really been balling with their subscriptions. Though. Apple TV is supposed to be popping. They got
Apple TV. Hey, Apple TV.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get on the fucking mic.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Apple Music kind of going up in price, and I don't got it.
Apple TV went up in price too. All of them going up in price, like $1.
Hey, but Netflix used to do that shit too. Netflix is like, oh, we're just gonna go up 99 cents.
My Netflix, I
and now
Netflix bill. Hey,
Netflix about to add a free.
I went up to my Netflix bill the other day. I did not know this, but that shit is $20 now.
I
had no clue. When I first got it, this shit was $10.
Hey, Hulu on that shit too, though. Hulu like, hey, brother.
Oh, Hulu,
we're taking it up a notch.
Hulu, I'm like, already expensive. My Hulu's already expensive. I got Hulu.
Well, you have the TV, right?
But like, I didn't know the subscriptions was going up this much money. I'm like, damn, I gotta
watch the news.
Hey, you know what? I want to shout out my cousin real quick. I got her Disney Plus, and when I tell you there has been no interruption in service, just chef's kiss. Now I've had some people's Netflix that shit been a little iffy, ain't paid a bill, changed the password, but she has been undeniably great. You know.
Disney Plus Disney in general is being mad smart with their streaming services right now. Cause they just made me confirm they noticed that I use the same email for my Hulu and my Disney. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, they were like, oh, do you want to confirm the password? So now I have the same password for both of them. Cause it's all connected by one account.
Yes, you should.
So my ESPN Plus, because I have ESPN Plus. Yeah, so all that stuff's now just with my one account now. Even though I made them 3 separate times, it's all one account now. They just sent me a message. My aunt was like, "Oh, I can't log in anymore," and I went in there, and then it was like, "Oh, just confirm all 3 of your accounts are yours," and I was, "Oh shit!" And I just had to confirm I just had to change the password to one unified password. So I'm like, "Damn, Disney's on the ball," because they're still one of the cheapest ones.
Very
much.
Disney
Plus. That bundle
Disney Plus
is clutch. That bundle is clutch.
That bundle is clutch.
ESPN and Disney, yeah.
I like Apple TV right now though is like low key
I think they won some
They low
Oscars.
key
Didn't
got
they?
some fire. I haven't seen one bad show from Apple.
They won
TV.
some awards.
Okay, I've been tempted to get Apple TV because of
Ted
that.
Lasso.
Like the previews have looked really good. The
My boy,
storylines.
they put money into these shows.
Tyler Holmes was assistant to the director for one of the shows on Apple TV.
What was that show called? Oh man, it was a big one.
Shout out to Tyler, man.
I just know it was David S. Goyer.
Yeah,
it works for David S. Goyer.
Yeah, it's dope. It was dope.
I just watched Ted Lasso. That show's amazing on Apple TV.
That's that show.
Ted Lasso is one of the best shows.
What is it? Give me like a spiel. Like
football
what is it about?
coaching soccer.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
American football coaching soccer.
Yeah, they flew him in to coach soccer. Yeah, but it's such a good show.
Yeah,
it's like funny. You can't watch that show and if you're in a bad mood, it's gonna make you in a good mood. It's one of the happiest. Even though it has its moments where it gets sad, it's still like it just makes you puts you low key through an emotional roller coaster sometimes.
Speaking of soccer, always makes you happy. Watching the World Cup? Probably not. Okay.
No.
It's been entertaining so far, but we're gonna move.
Very much so. This, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I am who I am, Tyler. I've
never been a World Cup person. I just keep my eye on like Brazil.
Well, France is pretty much the black team.
Mbappe.
Hey, Mbappe, come on, France. Francais.
Mbappe. I'm still cheering for America because
they moved on to the round of 16.
Yeah, they're doing decent this year.
Jesus.
The men usually suck.
Oh, Tyler, before we wrap up, because your girl got a meal prepping.
Yeah.
Music. What's going on? Talk to us.
All right, man. This album been out for about 2 weeks, but I finally got to listen to the whole thing. Big shout out to Roddy Rich, Feed the Streets 3. I really like it. It's part of the it's part of the Feed the Streets series. He said part of he calls it Feed the Streets because he back in the day his mama and them used to actually give people food.
Oh, that's dope
on the street. But the Feed the Streets series,
music.
The Feed the Streets series is pretty good. I don't think I heard the first one, but Feed the Streets 2 I think has Die Young on there and a couple other joints. But after his last album, Live Life Fast, he seemed to come back pretty quick from that. I think he got a lot of feedback from his listeners. I don't think a lot of people was really receptive to it.
Yeah,
but I thought it was straight. But a lot of people weren't receptive. But this one right here, this joint go hard. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm a big fan of what's that joint? Belly of the Beast. Nigga just goes in on that. He got a couple little catchy joints like Blue Cheese and the joint Twin with Lil Durk. That shit go hard. Can't even lie. He got a Ty Dolla $ign feature on there.
Okay.
Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. Just a
nigga is just
nigga,
really in his bag.
Fan of both these niggas, Ty Dolla $ign and Roddy Rich. So
he's just a clutch
totally
nigga.
Imagine you listen to a song by them.
Ty Dolla $ign the clutch. But you know what? We got a lot more. We got a decent amount of vulnerability from him in this album. He even got the last song. He got a letter to his son because he just had a kid in 2020, something like that. So I think that's like a little different from him. The one line that I thought was tough, I just felt like it was it was just some solid shit. What this nigga say? Hold on.
How old is Roddy Rich?
Okay. This nigga. So the second verse on Aston Martin truck. That was probably one of the singles. But anyway, the nigga was just talking about how he was just spending all this money on a shorty. And he said, I never did pay for the pussy because that was not on my agenda. And I said, God damn.
He's 24 years old.
He a young nigga. He's
I was gonna say he had a baby.
But you know what? Baby. I love his style because he's from LA, but it sounds nothing like West Coast.
I could give him that. He doesn't have that like.
I didn't know that he was from LA.
But I get, you know what? I think it works for him because then you're not pocketed into that like West Coast rapper kind of thing. It makes him more international,
more universal. Yeah, more universal.
Yeah.
And then for him he was probably the last artist to get the Nipsey stamp.
Yeah, because he had that song.
He had the
That
song with him.
Yeah, that's
man.
the song
oh my God, that was like his last song that he was
and
promoting.
they won the Grammy. That was a Grammy.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's when I first heard of Roddy Rich from that song, and then his
I'm gonna be
album.
honest. Yeah, me too.
I'm not the biggest Roddy Rich guy, but
I mean, I'm not gonna skip the song, but I'm also not looking for.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel
Rich.
like I to me, just like y'all, I got hip to him through Nipsey, but when he dropped, excuse me for being antisocial,
that was a good album.
I mean, that
really
was the biggest
album.
That really was a solid project.
Yeah,
like
really
I can't take that away from him.
And he really, I mean, Live Life Fast was slightly disappointing, but Cuz just came right back, and this nigga's just real consistent. I like his style. He just got like an interesting flow where sometimes it just sound like he is like rapping to his last breath. Like it's just like, I'm giving this all I got, you know what I'm saying? So I respect it, man. Hopefully y'all tune in. It's good. That shit go hard.
Yeah, maybe one day he gonna have a song where besides the box that I'm just gonna be like, this is it.
That's fair. So,
I mean, but he also, I mean, he may not have like this album don't have the song, but it is a consistent all the
body
way
of
through
work
type listen. Yeah, for sure.
That's valid. Speaking of, because I know my brother Tyler is Icy Gang, so
for the pretty bitches.
I know he's Icy Gang, and so we stumbled on this where allegedly Sweetie's EP, and I want to put a lot of emphasis on EP. This is not an album, this is an EP, so it's equivalent to like a mixtape. Only sold reportedly 2,000 units.
Yeah, I think that was like the first the weekend sales or first
the
day
week sales. Like that was like the first day or that first week sale. Now me and Tyler had like a debate about this, and I think we got to be realistic when we look at Sweetie's followers, right? Sweetie did a wonderful job of like really marketing her shit as far as her content creating. Like she was on IG coming up with like short stories, short film type shit, making partnerships with Crocs and like McDonald's and really branding herself, right? And making herself a name. But I don't think she did it well enough where she morphed in the music. So she gained all these followers and people that were fucking with her, but they weren't fucking with her because of her music. They were fucking with her because of the content that she was creating and the partnerships that she was making. So when people say, oh, look at her numbers of followers and things like that, and then her music, you can't really balance that out because they're not following her for her music. And I also don't think she did her job, or her publicist did a good job of making her content mesh with her music and make that go well. I also think she took a long ass break.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because I didn't hear Sweetie from seeing her in commercial. I heard of her music first. Look at that song she had. That one song was Icy Freestyle. That's the first, and I heard of her from her music. So like, only thing I know her about is her music, and then I started seeing her everywhere with like the McDonald's thing and all that. I just think that I think it was her break, and I don't think she like promoted this enough. Like I didn't see her like promoting this like it's like she wasn't promoting it like it was an album. So like
right.
That's why I'm like, was that the plan? Like just to release music, just to release it, or was it to release a project like that you want to like people actually to grow your career? So I think it only sold 2K because I think it was just like a mixtape. It was an EP. I don't think it was like I think she just made music just to make music or release something and let people know she's coming back. Because that's what
because it's been a minute. What do you think, Tyler? Icy Gang a little quiet.
I'm trying not to cut people off. You know what I'm saying? I agree. I agree with Jay I believe she hasn't done any interviews letting people know it's out. She actually did a lot of interviews leading up to the EP where she was just like new music coming soon, but she ain't never tell nobody what it is or when to drop it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I didn't see it on her Instagram, I may not have seen it on Tidal. You know what I'm saying? Because I think there was some other stuff dropping, and also I'm curious of how many fans Sweetie thinks she has. I feel like she's been on some good songs though. Like she was on she had Back to the Streets. Back to the Streets was a hit.
She was nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, Back to the Streets was a hit. The junk with damn near forgot her name again, Khadijah. Doja Cat. The junk with Doja Cat, Best Friend went hard.
Yeah. It was the Grammy one, I think.
It's not like she I think she did something else, but it's not like she ain't been on no features. But like you said, it's a combination of lack of marketing and then a lot of time off. You know what I'm saying?
I got a theory.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the label released this. I think the label was like, I feel like it was maybe a label thing, like where it's like, oh, you need to put something out.
I don't think so.
So she put something out.
I would. No? I don't agree with it.
You don't think it was just like oh, we gotta put something out, just put something out?
Nah, because this music
like she didn't promote it. Like it's weird. Like I don't know.
The music was barely a little too personal. I mean, I think the album is coming soon.
Maybe
2 or 3 months. But I think most artists nowadays drop the EP as like, hey, just know I'm coming, and then the album. I mean, they already promote Away Message that hard. She ain't go around doing interviews for Away Message before the album drop.
Well, I'm thinking maybe it's like because this isn't the album. I'm thinking that like maybe it was like she's working on the album, and the studio's like, we want to put something else to get some feelers to see what kind of sound you want to do for the album, and she put this out. So you like maybe that's why she has some personal songs on there. So people are like, oh, do they like the personal stuff? Maybe it was like one of those type of things, like an analytics thing.
I gotta go off.
That's what I think. That's what I was trying to say.
I gotta go off her post about the album. Hold on one second, man. She has some, but like shit about
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying behind the scenes, like she could say whatever she wants about the album, but we don't know. Like, you know, that's just a theory I just came up with.
I can say that she has crazy potential, and we've seen it. Like she's done collaborative singles and bangers where they've hit. My thing with Sweetie more so is that she comes out with these hits, but I have the same feedback for other artists as well. Cardi B being one of them. Like we come out with these bangers, but we're not following it up with a project or something else. So then by the time that you do have something else coming out, the momentum of the shit you had that was really fire then dwindles down. Yeah. And so my thing is she needed to ride that wave with Doja Cat. That was really, and this is not the first time she's had some heat, but that was she had Kalani. She's done dope collaborations with dope females, but she needs to captivate on that. Like with that shit with Doja Cat, you should have been pumping. That would have been a time to drop the EP.
Yeah, when you had that buzz. Yeah, when you dropped the EP.
Yeah, because then it's like, all right, I'm giving you a little taste. But the album on the way. Boop.
I actually think she's in a good. I think she's in a good place. I think just because the numbers was low, I think to me, I think the music was solid, and I think she kind of in the same lane as I remember Brent Faiyaz saying like after the Crew feature, he was like, "Yo, I had to stop like going heavy on features and stuff, just because like I don't want people thinking I'm this type of I'm just a feature nigga." And sometimes I think maybe taking a break and kind of starting fresh, even though it may be a low sale, starting fresh. It's like I'm building a fan base true to me, true to who I am, true to my music, instead of because of somebody else and stuff like that. So I feel like she's going a good route because I think, especially the no reception, I think she's gonna come up with like, instead of like hits, good bodies of work. I think it's gonna be, and it's similar to the Roddy Rich album. Yeah, and I ain't comparing, but I'm saying it's gonna be more good bodies of work instead of just big singles and what else can you do? So
that's valid. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to grow her fan base from other songs.
That could be true. I give her that. That's valid.
Because again, like I don't think her selling 2K units is like a bad thing. Like I don't think it's
and
like,
it's also like it's not an album. I like we gotta treat it the same way
we all know
treat a
how
mixtape.
We all know who reported this.
Who?
DJ Academics.
Oh, he don't even know how he get the number. This
is the only reason. But this is the only reason people would talk about because he brought it up and started and he had it on his live stream. I don't remember what he said, but he basically was like, because he always sucking Quavo's dick. He had to bring this up. You know what I'm saying? Like he had this shit on sweet. Like this nigga, I used to like DJ Academics, but he's so fucking corny. So like this is just another one at DJ Academics.
His attempts, his failed attempts.
Because like I don't even think it's that big of a deal. Because like we don't be looking at anyone else's EP. It's obviously an EP. We don't look at anyone else's EP's numbers on that
That's
first
valid.
week. Like she barely advertised it, so like of course it's not gonna sell that much.
Yeah, I agree with that, Jay. I've absolutely never heard anybody talk about units for an EP.
Yeah.
Well,
so like,
Megan shit her when she first dropped. But that's because people kept calling it an album.
Yeah.
Yeah, people kept calling it an album, and she's like, "Nah, it's an EP." So that's the only time I've heard of people. The first one,
Tina Snow.
Not Tina Snow. The
Good News.
Fire joint, the Fish joint.
The Fire joint. What's that one? Shit. Ooh, I'm losing my hot girl cred right now. Ooh. I think it was Heat. It was Heat or Fever. Fever. Hey, hold on. Now I gotta check.
Yeah, that was a mixtape. That wasn't an album. That was a mixtape.
Hold on.
She hit that.
Hey, Fever. Yeah. Don't come for me.
That was a mixtape. That was obviously a mixtape.
But a lot of people. She did a lot of interviews, and a lot of people kept calling it an album. And she had
it's 14 songs.
Yeah. It's long, but it felt like a mixtape.
You know what? You're right. I call it a mixtape. You're right.
You could tell when an album's a mixtape and when an album's an album.
Because she wasn't holding no bars. She was oh man.
Well, like
she was nasty
have,
on
like,
that
kind
of
a flow to them. I feel like mixtapes always sound like more like playlists.
Very much so.
Like they don't really.
That depends on the artist, man.
Unless it's like but Chance the Rapper is the one who won a Grammy for him. Like sometimes mixtapes can be a thing, but like I feel like a lot of times the big difference you could tell between an album and mixtape is like sometimes mixtapes seem more like a playlist, like a really good playlist. An album feel like tells a story. I
missed the mixtape days when Currency's mixtapes was way better than the albums. Cushion OJ.
There's a lot of artists that their mixtapes were better than the album.
When J. Cole dropped Friday Night Lights, that was supposed to be an album.
Fabulous is the
Fabulous
campaign of that.
What was the series? What was the mixtape series? It was black and white. Soul Tape.
Yeah. Soul Tape 1, 2, and 3.
Soul Tapes was crazy.
He has a couple themes. What was he had another one that I felt like was
like the John with Jadakiss, Freddie and Cougar or something like that.
Yeah. He has a lot of
those were the day like young Kendrick Lamar mixtapes, man.
Yeah.
Wale's mixtapes was always
Wale's mixtape. Wale was one of the first rappers who mixtapes was like I thought were like projects. Felt like albums.
Yeah. It was different times.
Alrighty. Just cap us off.
This is episode 111, everybody.
Divine numbers, so don't play with it.
So like this is a big deal.
Yeah, 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. That's a number of completion. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
I mean, low key getting into numerology, but it's okay.
I don't know what that means.
Angel numbers? I'm inclined.
I'm
inclined with the spirits.
If I add up my date of birth, it adds up to the number 6.
Summertime Shootout was another series.
Oh, Summertime Shootout was awesome.
That was the one I was thinking about.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I wanted to just say, y'all watch the Soul Train Awards?
I watched some clips.
Okay, I have a like touch and go relationship with award shows. When I was younger, I felt like they were more like of a production. It was like, oh my God, like Grammys. Oh my God. So I have now come to the point where I like will watch performances on YouTube the day after. And so y'all know me, I'm an R&B head. So Soul Train Awards is really just, R&B shit. And I fuck with Money Long. How long have I fucked with Money Long? I fucked with her so long. I remember when she was Priscilla Renee. Do y'all know
You
that?
fucked with Money Long for a long time.
Yeah, like I was
That's a
rocking with her
long
since
time, loving
Dollhouse.
Money
Like
Long.
She's been getting money for a long time.
Yeah,
She sure
her
has.
pen is her pen goes crazy. Like
Money
the
Long.
tracks that
She had a long career.
No, I hate Jalen. But she like her pen goes crazy. So I loved her performance. It was giving.
Oh yeah,
say her pen goes a long way.
Yeah, I hate you.
Her
performance is giving
was
Tyler
really good.
Perry / music video in the 90s.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It was a good long production. I liked it.
I can't believe that nigga left his phone. I was watching that thing like, how you gonna leave
his
the
whole
house
phone?
and leave
I
your
was
whole
like, all
phone?
right, we gotta being realistic on this shit. Hold on.
I wanted to see it. I just seen bits and pieces of it, but
Can we go?
You gotta watch that.
Can we go over the winners real quick, man? Chris Brown won Best R&B Soul Male Artist, and I feel like that's.
I'm gonna go back and listen to this album.
Got Brent Faiyaz and Lucky Day on there, but I'm tripping. Jasmine Sullivan won Best R&B Female Artist.
She's still winning for the whole tapes, man. That was such a great album.
Best New Artist was Tim's.
Good for her. She's been having she's been doing great.
Her pen is also getting like crazy.
Black Panther, she about to probably get an Oscar.
Certified Soul Award went to Mary J. Blige. Shout out to the Queen of R&B. You know,
I mean, she should have been got that. No.
Yeah.
Shout out Best Gospel Award, Maverick City Music, Kirk Franklin.
Their tour has been wild, like going up.
Huh?
Their tour, they've been on the tour.
Yeah,
going up.
Album of the Year, Renaissance.
Of course.
I mean,
come on.
Come on.
They knew they can't. They knew if Beyonce dropped the album, they gotta give it to her.
Song of the year. Song of the year. Break My Soul.
You will break my soul.
That was a catchy song. Very catchy.
Songwriters Award. Hours and Hours.
What did I say?
And that beat Break My Soul and Church Girl. I was like, interesting, because I really love Church
Girl. But once again,
Hours and Hours is a good song.
You got to think that was a solid, good R&B track. It had everything an R&B track needs.
It was something that we ain't heard in a long time.
And we haven't heard it in
a real long time.
Best dance performance, About Damn Time, Lizzo.
She got that.
That's good for her, but that song's annoying.
It's about damn time.
That song's so annoying. Good for her, but that song's
Video of the year, which is weird because this came out like 2 years ago. I think. Smoking Out the Window, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
Wow,
it came out last year, 2021. It came out.
Really? It felt like it was long.
I think it was. It feels long, but
finally, best collab. Okay. Ronald Isley and the Isley Brothers featuring Beyonce. Make me say it again, girl.
Yo, that album.
Come on, B. Don't play with her.
That's one of my favorite Isley Brothers songs.
Shout out to the Isley Brothers as well. I'm not disrespectful.
To get Beyonce on that joint was crazy. That was a hell of a move. Beyonce just took she just took everything.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Beyonce, that's how it's
have you Khadijah, have you heard Chris Brown's R&B album? Have you heard his last album?
I'm not gonna hold you. I fuck with Chris Brown, and I had this discussion on Thanksgiving about kind of like where Chris Brown is. Like, is he, you know what I mean? Like, is he good or is he just, meh? And I think his albums have bangers on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I will say, and this probably started maybe Indigo, I want to say. Jalen, that's the tickets you got, Jada. Indigo is when he started just like doing a lot of songs on albums.
Yeah.
Now,
I think that was the second time he did that.
Okay, yep, you're right.
He did that.
It sounds like he wants to clear out his like drive. You know how all artists have like the drive. It sounds like he wanted to clear out his folder. Yeah. Now, what I want to say is I'm not going to take away from his pen because he goes crazy. But I think like he needs to start maybe thinking about albums in a way that's like more palatable. It's just too much.
This one was shorter though.
It was shorter.
But it was I didn't say it wasn't long.
No, but we're saying it's shorter in comparison to his other.
The other ones was like 42, 45.
Yeah. I think he needs to just shorten it a little bit. Like really,
but he also gives you. He waits about 2 years, 2-3 years between each. It's not like
Right. He's not giving it to you back to back. But it's still a lot to work through, Tyler.
And you know what? He didn't really even promote his one with his album with Young Doug,
which was the best one. That Slime
which
and B
was a
went
really
hard.
good one. Cause like when he had that song "Go Crazy" come out,
he didn't promote the shit out of
Slime
that.
and B went
he
hard.
didn't, cause I didn't even know that was on an album with him and Young. I didn't even know they had an album until I went to go listen to that "Go Crazy" song. I was like, "This is an album." I was like,
that's
oh,
when
shit.
I found out about it.
So like, cause that was a solid album, but I think Chris Brown fucked it up for himself when he started releasing them 40, 30, all these long ass albums.
That's what I will say. Chris Brown is somebody who is dope. Why is he dope? He's tapped into every genre except country music.
Yeah.
Like you got to think like when you look at that man's catalog, and this is why I feel like shout out to, Kelly Rowland for really holding him down. Because I think, like, yes, he had that moment with Rihanna or whatever in the past. I'm not belittling that, and I'm not making it less than. But I'm saying, like, that man has literally sacrificed his career damn near for that situation. At some point, we got to kind of, like, move on and,
I do think he bounced back from it, though. Because a lot of people wouldn't have come back from that.
I will say he bounced back, but he's not as big as he could have been.
Yeah. But also, I think Chris Brown in his last 3 solo albums has made 122 songs. Just to say that. But that's a lot.
But see what I'm saying, Tyler? That's a lot. For people to really sit and consume.
I really
that shit
think
is a lot.
His career was in a really good place until 2017 when he dropped that 45 song album. Like that was funny. And then he did it again 2 years later, and people were like, "What the fuck? Cut it out."
Yeah.
Like that first time was like, okay, we get it. But he needs to cut it out. Drop a 24 song album if you want a longer album,
But I feel like that should. But even then, let's cut it at 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think his thing is we need to like kind of. When I listen to
tell
an album,
a story. He needs to tell a story with his album. He needs to tell a story.
Fucking mic, Jalen.
It feel like mixtapes.
Yes, and I think I would love to hear him spit more. Chris Brown can spit.
He makes good songs. He makes good songs. He just wants to put them all on one project, and like,
we can't.
You got to pick some out.
Maybe it could be in the deluxe, but give me the regular.
Some
no
songs
tomatoes.
are better than others. Some songs fit well with other songs. Not every song goes together. Like Tyler, you make really good playlists. You have a good ear for that. Chris Brown should have that ear because he's so talented. Chris Brown is one of the most talented people to make music that we have. He just happened to love cocaine, which makes you a little bit more creative.
Not. Okay, so who are the other winners?
I can't wait for a Chris Brown's B-side because you're gonna be like, I ain't heard none of these jokes because the albums were so long, but these jokes go hard. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, we gotta be honest with you though. The hits was so good that it really don't matter. No Guidance was
amazing.
It's one of the best songs that came out in the past 5 years.
That wasn't that long ago. Yeah.
It's one of the best.
Especially
that can still be played. Like,
that's
I still let that run.
That's a good song.
Go Crazy, another one that's hard.
That's a good song too.
You like it what you see.
That song took over a whole summer. Like Chris Brown's music is played, but for some reason it doesn't translate to people his personality. He's like one of them artists where people really separate the art from the artist. Like people are like, oh, his songs are great, but they don't really care about him.
Oh, that's a good place to be.
Yeah, that is a good place to be, but like he could be. I honestly thought he was gonna be the next MJ in fame wise.
But that situation happened.
I think it's safe to say he don't want that. Oh, he didn't. I don't think he wanted that.
I know, but not like people could saying he's the next MJ, but like popularity wise, like as like a
I
figure,
think it's
like
clear
respect wise,
Respect wise, he got that.
I don't think he gets the respect he deserves.
As what though? What do you want to respect him
as an overall artist and entertainer? I don't think he gets the respect.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't, Tyler.
Critically, people be fucking killing his shit, but to the audience, you know how Rotten Tomatoes got the audience score and then the critic score. His critic score is low, but his audience score is high. Like people love his music.
So
but
he's
like,
in a good spot then, right?
But it's not translating to the stuff that like
he ain't never given. Look,
that,
bro. Ever since the reality shit, he done told y'all he don't care about these critics. He don't care.
No,
about
but
these folks.
but what I'm saying is,
but if he's
that's why it feels like he doesn't get the respect he deserves.
But if he's moving the way he wants to move, and the people rock with him, he's getting exactly what he wants.
But
we're not saying
we're
that.
not saying that. We're not saying he's not
saying
getting what he wants. We're talking about overall.
Level. Overall, he could, and we're not saying he's not tapping into markets. He is. But what we're saying is the gravity of Chris Brown. Like you got to think the gravity of Michael Jackson is
led that nigga to death. That nigga is dead because of how big that motherfucker was.
But exactly. So we're saying it. Well, no, he had some childhood trauma. He didn't work through. There's some other shit. But what I'm saying is he had Chris Brown, and multiple people have said this. Like Chris Brown had that potential, and he does. His performance, like I said, he's tapped into every genre but country. Like who do you know? And then I don't want to say tapped into, has successfully dominated at a point. Like there was a point where he had techno in a chokehold.
Yeah.
Like he had a whole album, I think it was the Future album or some shit like that, where it was just techno, and he had that shit in the chokehold. Like this man is busy and gets busy.
Yeah.
But people, like Jalen saying, they can't. I feel like sometimes people can't decipher him from his music. You have two people in this world: people that can decipher Chris Brown from his music, and people that can't. And it's the same thing. There's people that decipher a Kanye from his music, and there's people that can't.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer. I can decipher depending on if the shit is egregious or you know what I mean? But you know, R. Kelly, we muting that motherfucker.
Yeah, R. Kelly's a monster.
I'm not stepping in the name of no fucking love.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Next time you go to a wedding, you're gonna hear it.
And I'm gonna sit the fuck down.
That's not true.
And you're gonna be standing up and you'll be like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do. You just gonna stand there, look awkward, with your hands up, because you don't know what to do with your hands. And
that's
you're
like worse.
In the middle of the fucking dance floor. You can't get out because it's crowded now because all the old folk coming to the dance floor. Like, ooh, it's my song. It's a whole thing. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Khadijah, before we go, I just need some advice. I need some advice. Jay and I are hosting a baby shower on Saturday. You got any words for us?
You got to remember, you got to have fun. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink your jokes. Let shit just run natural. Let it be like natural banter. What else? If you are someone who's nervous at public speaking, I can't relate to that. I have no problem talking my shit.
I was told to put my hand in my pocket.
Don't do that. You're gonna look awkward and weird.
I was told in a public speaking class.
Who was
only if you had a podium. Only if you had a podium.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be at a podium.
Yeah.
So
my hand in
get
my
something to like play with, like a paper clip or something that you can have in your hand or something like that to get away the negative or the nervousness energy will go into whatever you're playing with. If you are somebody who is significantly nervous or things like that.
Clammy hands.
But I think y'all got it. Y'all just be yourselves. This is the one time I would tell you to be your wholehearted self. I swear to God, I'm not going to tell you outside of this to be yourself. But right now, you got to shine bright. Like a diamond. Your diamonds up.
I feel like that puts even more pressure on me.
No, how does that put more pressure? There you go.
Have you met me?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to be yourself. It's a baby shower. It's a vibe. It's supposed to be funny and like.
We'll treat it like how we used to do the podcast back in the day, bro. I got you. I'm gonna start this thing off. You just come in with your
Tyler. When I tell y'all, Tyler love to kind of put us on the fucking hitch and just ride the horse. You know what I mean? It's like God, hair blowing in the wind. We're just like two motherfuckers. Hey, back there. You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody.
Everybody here to see you, Otis.
Yo, that is. They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody gonna see you. Ain't nobody gonna see you, Otis.
Oh God!
All right, hey, you know what? I'll let Jay start off, man.
No, but see, and then he does this, and then Jalen's like, "Nah, bro, I'm good." And then it's back and forth.
Absolutely not.
Treat like drum line. If you want the solo, take it, then.
That's like yesterday. That's like.
Hey, heavy on, take it, then, nigga. You got it.
Absolutely not. I'm good. That's like yesterday.
Oh, brother.
That's yesterday. Homegirl was like, "Oh yeah, and then y'all could promote No Clearance if you want." I was like, "Oh no,
Hell
no, I'm already nervous enough."
Hell yeah, y'all better talk that shit. And also, since we talking about No Clearance, let me go ahead and name this because I noticed that we named the other projects, but we didn't name the one and the only. Your girl, we branching out. We're thinking big, bitch. We not thinking small.
We get into it.
You know, I need y'all to really understand 2023 is like, I feel bad for you if you got a podcast because it's just not happening for you. I am going to expand Dare to Talk and make it more of a talk show vibe. We you know what I mean? No Clearance is the base, but it's not the ceiling. You picking up what I'm saying?
I feel like it sounds like we're breaking up.
What?
I'm joking.
It's not you, Jim. No, but we're trying to expand and do big things out here. You know what I mean? What did you say about Jay-Z, Tyler? Because I feel like that's some solid shit.
Yes.
I don't think he remembers.
Yeah. So No Clearance Media. I mean, the goal, of course, we're working our way up, trying to figure this thing out. And once we figure it out, the goal is to help other people get there faster than we did, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I wish that y'all just, build with us, stick with us on this journey. Amen. And just watch the ride, watch the grind.
Preacher.
Because we here. We ain't going nowhere.
Hallelujah.
That was a great good. Kirk Franklin. That was a great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was really impressive.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with us this session. Stay blessed.
Stay black.
Peace.